All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rikah, Quadash, the monster apostles, a great millstone. Peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. This title is called E. E is saying peace. Because Esau, so-called white man, Pharaoh, he's saying peace. Because he's saying basically this war is not going to be long, so to speak. He thinking his military can go up in there in Iran and take what they got. But they're not having that because the other nations are backing Iran up. I seen an article where Russia's giving Iran intel, and then China, boosting their support, their technical support. So basically, at the end of the day, these other nations are helping Iran. If their missiles is, so to speak, weak, Russia and China are giving them the technology where they can make their missiles, hit the target. Make their missile more capable of hitting the target on the dot, so to speak. And see, Babylon the Great, aka America, they see what the other nation is doing, but they ain't saying that to them, cause they know who to pick on, And that's Esau to this day. He always trying to pick on the weak, But these other nations see right through him. So now they mad. They backing Iran up, who Babylon trying to debo and take their oil, And that's what's going on. But Esau, he don't know that all this he doing is doing nothing but tearing his house down. And he don't realize it because he being used by Yahweh, by Shema Shah, to turn this uncomfortable place, will turn this place into uncomfortable. Because right now, this place is uncomfortable to us, we the hopeful elect, because we see that wickedness that's going on. But 2/3 of our people don't even see it. And they comfortable in Babylon, And that's why Yahweh Shema Shah, he turn that heat up. Every day he turn the heat up. But let me get started. Let me go to John chapter 10, verse 10. And this is Yahweh Shah speaking. The thief come not but for to steal and to kill and destroy. I am come that they might have life. And who is they? The elect. Because 2/3 don't want life, because they reject this knowledge. And that they might have it more abundantly. And we that endure to the end, we're going to have eternal life more abundantly. That's what we're going to have. See, that thief, he come to steal, kill, and destroy. And our people don't even see that. But the other nations, they see what, that thief, which is Donald Trump, is doing. And that's why all the gas prices going up, everything going up. Because of what? Because of what he doing. But that's a blessing for us, we the hopeful elect. Because we know what this devil is all about. Let me go to Proverb. Short lesson. Proverb chapter 12, verse 20. Salaki. Deceit is in the heart of them that imagine evil. And who that's speaking about? Esau, the so-called white man. See, he got deceit in his heart. Let me read it again. Deceit is in the heart of them that imagine evil. And they imagine evil. These top elites, they imagine evil against the children of Israel. Starting with the elect. They imagine evil, which that evil is what? The mark of the beast, that charagma. They putting out these jump shots, Every time you turn around, they trying to get the people to take these jump shots, and our people to run and do it, not knowing that who the thief is. He come to steal, kill, and destroy. You know, and they gonna learn that the hard way. 2/3 our people. But to the counselor of peace is joy, and to the counselor of peace is joy. No, and that's speaking about us. We the hopeful elect. We all about peace, but when it come down to the wickedness, we want destruction to come upon this place. Verse 21, there shall no evil happen to the just, but the wicked shall be filled with mischief. Yeah, the wicked is filled with mischief. No, he trying to figure out how he gonna keep his place great again. No, how the house of Babylon, Donald Trump trying to figure out how he gonna make America great again, but he's not. This place ain't it's not gonna be great how it so-called used to be. Verse 22. Lying lips are abomination to the Lord, but they that deal truly are his delight. And yes, a lying lips is abomination to Yahweh B'Shem Abushai. No? It's that start with Esau, the so-called white man, and 2/3, because he has lying lips, thinking he gonna make Babylon great again. Them lying lips, that's abomination to Yahweh B'Shem Abushai. And how is abomination? Because Yahweh B'Shem Abushai, he's gonna destroy this place. No? Piece by piece, bit by bit. No? He's destroying this place. This place is getting weaker and weaker every day. No? Let me go to Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 1. Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them, that raise up against me a destroying wind. And I will send unto Babylon fans that shall fan her, and shall empty her land, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. And that's the other nations. They go all round about with their capability, them arrows ready to shoot because they mad. No, these nations are mad. Here you go, Babylon trying to run into Iran, and they're infecting the other nations too, and they know that. No, but they thinking, well, they ain't gonna do nothing because we got a contract together or something, so to speak. But they don't care. Russia and China, they don't care about that. No, you messing with their pockets now. So now they are mad. So Yahweh B'Shem Abushai, he's setting these nations up to come against Babylon the Great, and he using Esau, these top elites. It's Donald Trump. He using him to stir it up. And all praises to Yahweh B'Shem Abushai for that. Salaki. Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow. And against him that lift himself up in his bridle, and spare ye not her young men. And he's not going to spare the young men, no. Because now we're in a time where, like I said, it's war. And they that drafting They taking from, I think, from 18 to 42, something like that. No, they desperate right now, and some of these young young guys, they ain't want to go to war. No, but you got some people that want to go to war for these devils, and they ain't gonna make it. Destroyed ye utterly all her hosts. And yes, all the hosts gonna be destroyed. The hosts of Babylon the Great, our people that want to run and be in a military, army, navy, no, they're gonna be destroyed in that day of trouble. For Israel have not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power, and of the Lord of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. Flee out of the midst of Babylon, deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. And yes, we're in the time of vengeance from Yahweh Bashem Abushai. He will render unto her a recompense, and he gonna pay back. Yahweh Bashem Abushai, he's gonna pay back Babylon the Great, aka America. No, for the things they did to us. No, the children of Israel, starting with the elect. No. Babylon, verse 7. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Yeah, the nation had drunk her wine. No. Drunk her wine. The nations drunk her wine, her philosophy, though, believing Babylon was going to look out for them. And the only thing Babylon is all about is about being great again. And that means putting other nations under them. And these other nations ain't trying to feel that. No. So that's why Yahweh Bashem Abushai going to put that spirit on these other nations. Verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so be, she may be healed. And Babylon the Great is not going to be healed. This place is not going to be healed. This place is going down. No. Let the gas go up an extra $2 each grade. 87 here in the South is 87, 89, and 93. Let them three gas go up to extra $2. People will start bugging out. But see, they wouldn't know what's going on because they're not watching. They're not paying attention. Verse 9. We will have healed Babylon, but she is not here. Forsake her, and let us go everyone in his own country. And yes, see, Pharaoh trying to heal Babylon, but they can't be healed because why? Because the other nations is not drinking that wine no more with Babylon. Now they helping they supporting their partner. They supporting Iran. These other nations, Russia, China, North Korea, they supporting Iran. You know, whatever they need, they're gonna help them. And see, Babylon the Great, they so proud, they act like they don't see it, and then they do. We will have healed Babylon, but she is not here. Forsake her. Let us go everyone in his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and it is lifted up even to the skies. And yes, the judgment of Yahweh Bashem Abushai, no, that the iniquity that this place, that judgment from Yahweh Bashem Abushai for Babylon the Great, this place been standing for a long time, and it's coming to an end. And all praises to Yahweh Bashem Abushai for that. The Lord hath brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of the Lord our power. Verse 11, make bright the arrows, gather the shield. The Lord has raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes for his devices against Babylon to destroy it. See, his device against Babylon is to destroy it. No? The king of the Medes for his device. And his device is what? The missiles. No? Russia, like I said earlier, Russia and China are giving Iran, they backing Iran up, giving Iran intels, basically making his arrows more capable of hitting target and more capable of going further out. So they're giving them that intel, that technology, so where the arrows can go further than what it is or do more damage. And that's what the scripture's saying. These nations are mad, and that's what they're gonna work together against Babylon. And Yahweh Shemashah, he's gonna put the spirit on them and do it. For his devices against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord, the vengeance of his temple. Yes, see, his temple is who? The children of Israel, starting with the elect. That gonna be the vengeance for we the hopeful elect. No. This place being destroyed is for us, we the hopeful elect, his temple. Let me stay in this same book, Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 9. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations. There you go again. From the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From this she shall be taken. Their arrow shall be as of a mighty expert. That means it's not gonna. They're gonna hit the target. See that a mighty expert in weaponry. They're gonna hit their target. None shall return in vain, and once the arrow go out, it's not going to return in vain. Which Babylon think they can shoot it out the air, and Yahweh by Shemashah, he's going to be guiding the missiles. And the Chaldees shall be a spoiler, and all the spoiler, and all that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord. Because they spoil us. They took what we had. So hey, they gonna get things gonna get taken, cause a lot of chaos and evil is coming. Especially when the famine and the pestilence. When Jake can't get nothing to eat, Jake gonna bug out. Like it said in the second Ezra, basically paraphrasing, he ain't gonna have no pity on his neighbor. And once all that go down. If his neighbor ain't got nothing, he going in Esau side of town, so to speak. Verse 11, because ye were glad, because ye rejoiced, O ye destroyer of my heritage. See, destroyer. Like I said, like how shall I say, that thief come to steal, kill, and destroy. And that's who? That's Esau, the so-called white man. He trying to destroy Yahweh by Shemashah heritage. But he's not. Yahweh by Shemashah is not going to allow him to destroy the whole house. Just 2/3 because they don't want to listen. Because ye are grown fat as a heifer at grass and belly as a bull. You done got rich off of. You done got, that's that rich man, poor man. You done got rich off us. You giving us crumbs. Your belly fat, ours ain't. But that's why that judgment is coming to this place. Your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Yeah, she going to be ashamed when this place get destroyed. Because everybody was thinking this place is going to stand forever. Behold, the hindermost of the nation shall be a wilderness, a dry land and a desert. And this is going to be a dry land and desert. Because the wrath of the Lord shall not be inhabited, but it shall be whoredom desolated. Every one that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hissed at all her plagues. And that plagues of destruction, wasteland. Verse 14. Put yourself in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. See, Yahweh Shemosha, he's setting everything up. Chess, he playing chess, setting the pieces up. He putting pawn out, and he's setting up. Put yourself in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord. And yes, Babylon the Great have sinned against the Lord, against Yahweh Shemosha, because he touched the apple of his eye. And that's the elect. Verse 15, shoot against her round about. She have given her hand, her foundation are fallen, her walls are thrown down, for it is the vengeance of the Lord. Take vengeance upon her, as she have done, do unto her. And that's the spirit that Yahweh Bashemah Shah gonna put in these other nations. Do to her what they did to you. And we're going to do it too. We the hopeful that. No? That going to be their time to know that judgment on this place. Like I say, he going to use these other nations, to bring this place down. And him and Yahweh Shai and the angels going to come and destroy and do the rest. And all praises to Yahweh Bashemah Shai for that. Let me jump down to verse 22. A sound of battle is in the land, and of great destruction. Yes, the sound of battle is in the land of what? Babylon the Great, aka America. And of great destruction. And great destruction is coming here. Verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder? See, Babylon the Great used to be that, once was that bully, that hammer. But the question is this: how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken by Yahweh Bashemah Shah? How is Babylon become a desolate amongst the nation? Because Yahweh Bashemah Shah put that spirit on these other nations. See, Pharaoh Esau, the so-called white man, saying peace, but at the same time, is no peace. It ain't no peace. Especially over there in the other land where the other nations at, it's war, and it's gonna come here in Babylon the Great, and our people are truly Salakia. They definitely would start bugging out. Verse 24. I have laid a snare for them, and thus are also taken. O Babylon, and thus waste not aware, thus are found, and also caught, because thus have striven against the Lord. Verse 25. Verse 24, Salakia. I have laid a snare for thee. And Yahweh Bashemah Shai, he's laying a snare. See, Babylon think these Iran is weak. They not weak. That's a snare. They think they can just up and run up in there. Drop troops up in there. No man's land, so to speak. And a lot of them is perishing by going over there. Verse 25. The Lord has opened his armory and have brought forth the weapon of his indignation. And that weapon of his indignation is that nuclear missile that these other nations got. Russia, China, North Korea, and Iran too, because they giving, like I said, Russia and China giving Iran intel on targets. China is boosting the technology, like I said, to make their arrows more capable of hitting the target. No, they helping Iran, and see that Yahweh Basham Shah is letting them do it. He wants them to do it. The Lord has opened his armory and have brought forth the weapon of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and in the land of the Chaldees. See, in the land of the Chaldees. That's the missiles, nuclear capability missiles that gonna come upon this place, and destroy this place. Why people thinking it's gonna be peace because they listen at who they trust in, which is Pharaoh, is no peace. No, they thinking going over there and bombing them people is a good thing. No. Which it is a good thing because it's prophecy happening. It's a good thing for us, we that's watching. But the rest is gonna be a bad thing because their whole house gonna come down. They not trusting in Yahweh Basham Shah. And with that, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rikah Quadash, double honors of the apostles of Great Millstone, peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. And again, this title is called He saying peace, because he saying, he acting like he telling the people that this war ain't gonna last that long. It just gonna be maybe a few more weeks, but that we in the knowing, we know that it gonna last longer. Each and every day as it continue, it gonna get longer and longer. Prices gonna go up on everything, and that's what we pray for: more prophecy. No. And again, this title is called "E Say Peace." And with that, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Rikah Quadash, double honors of apostles of Great Millstone, peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. Till the next time, Shalom.